Hello, everybody. It's Gareth here from Paris Technologies with another Rugby World Cup predictor. And this one I call The World is Upside Down. And why? Because we've had 1 week of play and the Northern Hemisphere teams are winning. It's really a surprise. So yeah, the world seems to be really upside down. Now, I'm looking at the screen here and we've seen Pool A. Basically, this pool looks like it's decided now, right? So I think we can actually just fill that one in, no problem at all. So we know that we're going to see France probably winning that pool and New Zealand coming second. All right. What about this pool D? Again, a real surprise. England playing really badly leading up to this World Cup, playing a big game against Argentina, who've been playing so well. They get a man sent off. And so it's Argentina 15, England 14, and England win it. And England basically learned how to play 10-man rugby with 9 men. And what a win it was. Now, can England go any further than this? This is the question, because, South Africa's tried to play 10-man rugby and win a World Cup before with Yanni de Beer. He got 4 drop goals in a game, but they only got as far as the semi-finals. And I think England, if they stay playing this type of rugby, I think they could play a lot more rugby in this World Cup, but I think it's going to be hard to win it. All right, so that leaves 2 groups that are a little bit more tricky. Australia played Georgia and won, and they won pretty convincingly. And Wales played Fiji and won, and not convincingly, but still it was a big win for Wales because Fiji is actually ranked way higher than Wales is in the world rankings at the moment, and Fiji were really playing well. So it was a big win for Wales. Again, the Northern Hemisphere really surprising us. Has Wales got enough to beat Australia? And can Fiji beat Australia? And I think the answer to both those questions is no. I think Australia have enough to beat both of those teams, and then I have to give Australia the pool over Wales. And Fiji, who had the opportunity to surprise, I think they're just going to underperform in this tournament, unfortunately. All right, and that leaves the pool of death. Very, very difficult to predict. But what do we know? We know Scotland are in a lot of trouble. They cannot afford to lose another game. South Africa can afford. Ireland played really well against Romania. Okay, nice to get an easy game under your belt. But Ireland are looking very, very good. No injuries. Johnny Sexton back, scoring 2 tries, managing the game really well. Well, I think you have to say that it looks like Ireland are going to win this pool, with South Africa having done enough against Scotland to come second. And unfortunately, that means that the Scots are out. So the world is upside down. And now we're going to see a cross-pool. And what are we going to see? Because New Zealand came second and Ireland came first, it's going to be New Zealand against Ireland. And the first thing that comes to mind is, can you lose a game in the pool and go on to win the World Cup? Well, that answer is quite easy, because that's what happened last time, right? In 2019, South Africa, against all opponents, if we have a look at it, in the pool stages, they played 4 games, they won 3 and they lost 1. But then they won their quarterfinal, they won their semifinal, and they won their final. Who did they lose the pool stage to? Here's all of the opponents listed, and I'm looking for the 2019 pool stages. They played 4. Here's 1. They played 1 and lost. Of course, they played New Zealand and lost. And New Zealand were heading for the final and came up against England in the semifinal. And England just really had an incredible game. Won the semifinal and then lost in the final to South Africa. So, yes, you can lose a pool game and still go on to win it, but that doesn't feel like 2019 to me. This feels like South Africa's 2003 World Cup. You guys may remember that. That was the Rudolf Strali era with the Camp Stalkrod before, where just everything seemed wrong in their camp, and they lost a game in the pool stages, and of course in their quarterfinal they lost. And I think that's going to be the fate of New Zealand this year. Something's up in their camp, the coach is not working, and I don't think they're going much further in this tournament. So one more question then. Has South Africa ever played France in the World Cup? Well, let's turn this to all years, and let's say, well, South Africa versus France. two great Rugby World Cup playing nations. Can you believe they've only ever met once before? And in that game, South Africa won. I wonder if you can remember what game that was. That was the 1995 World Cup semi-final. What an amazing game that was. Here's a quick little picture from YouTube. It's considered the wettest rugby game ever played in Durban, where I currently live. And yeah, what an incredible game it was. South Africa managing to squeeze through. So they had a little bit of home ground advantage. They had the weather in their favor. Are they going to get the same in France? No, it's going to be French home ground advantage. Looks like the weather's not going to be an issue in France this year. So I don't think South Africa is going to go any further. Let's put it all together for you then. Bring up that workbook for you. All right, so we know France against South Africa. France is going through, I'm afraid. The world's upside down. The Northern Hemisphere too strong. New Zealand play Ireland. I'm sorry, New Zealand's going home and Ireland are going through. It's going to be another upset. New Zealand had never lost a pool game and they lost one. Ireland has never won a quarterfinal and they're going to win one. That leaves the other two. We're going to get Australia against Argentina. I think Argentina's going home here. I think that they're a great team. I think they really needed that win against England. Down to 14 men. They're really going to kick themselves for not winning that one. But I think it's going to be the end of them. I think Australia have got this one. And then that leaves this really strange quarterfinal. England against Wales. Both teams have been playing, up until now, playing really badly. England maybe going back to basics with a very forward-dominated game against Wales. Wales looked like they may have picked up some injuries against a pretty difficult Fiji team. You know, who knows what happens? There's still a long way to go to the quarterfinals. But I'm going to give it over. I'm going to give England over Wales. So what does that leave us in the semi-finals? Super, super interesting. Australia playing Ireland. Australia ranked way down near number 10 at the moment. Ireland ranked best team in the world. Guess what? I'm giving it to Australia because the world is upside down, man. Ireland should never lose this game. But Eddie Jones has got a team that's been getting some momentum behind them. They've got a great pack of forwards. They've got a great set of young backs who are going to start to gel. And you know what? Wouldn't it be great to watch them beat Ireland to go through? Then you get this France-England semi-final. You know, England playing their 10-man rugby. Can they beat Yanni de Beer's 4 drop goals? You know, I don't think so. Yanni de Beer got South Africa to the semi-finals and lost. I don't think drop goals are going to get you further than the semi-finals again this year. So I'm saying France to go through. France, Australia in the final. But the world's upside down and the guys from down under win it. And so in this version, I'm giving Australia the win for a really interesting Rugby World Cup. Thank you.